Hi, and welcome back to the Handy Women channel. I'm Geraldine Anello, your host for today, and I am joined by guest Rhonda Stoltzfus. Hey, Rhonda. Sorry. Hey, Rhonda.
Hi. How are you?
I am so well. I'm very excited about today because I see you're in your bathroom and you're going to tell us about this bathroom remodeling that you did.
Okay. Yeah, when we bought this house 2 years ago, it's about a 45-year-old home. And I think the bathroom was original, if not maybe 1980s. It was precious when we moved in. So the tub, this room was definitely mine. A lot of times my husband will actually execute projects. This one was very much my project.
Oh, wow.
So this area over here, so I'll try to show what it looks like.
Yeah, I can see the
right
tub.
now.
It's a
Yeah, so this was probably the worst area because it had tile all the way up to the window and partway up the wall back there, and then this huge tub that took up half the bathroom. And you couldn't even get in it. Like the edge of the tub was so wide that you couldn't even straddle it to get in. So it was just awful. So I found this tub online, which of course meant all that tile had to come out. And
wait, why did it mean the tile had to come out for this tub?
Well, because there was a tile surround around the whole tub, and then the same tile went up the wall. So to take the tub out, everything had to come out.
I see now. It was made out of the same tile.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, so like floor all the way up was just this big tile mass, and then it matched the floor. So it was very 80s.
I don't even think I knew that was a thing, to make it out of the same thing in one piece.
Well, not quite one piece, but once you start ripping up tile, they usually all start breaking around the edges. Wow. So it kind of became, okay, we're going to do that. And then I thought, okay, well, this is just a tiny space. I will hire someone to do some drywall, right? Because I don't know how to drywall. Yeah. So I think they wanted like 2,000 or 3,000 to do this tiny little 6 foot by 3 foot area. And that's ridiculous. Surely I can learn to drywall, right? That's what YouTube is for.
Yes.
So anyway, this was my first drywall project, and I'm really proud of it because I am an extreme perfectionist and I'm happy with it. So it took me a long time though. I'm sure a professional would have had it done in, 2 days, but it took me about 2 weeks.
Well, that's good. 2 weeks for drywalls. All right. And like, what did you learn when you did the drywall?
Patience, lots of sanding, put some more on, sand some more. And then I learned how to texture the wall because then, the new drywall was very smooth once I was done with the mudding. And then of course the rest of the walls had texture. So I had to figure that out too. So it was a lot.
How do you do textured wall?
I used the mud that you use for drywalling and mixed it with a little water so it was thinner, and then put it on, like the fuzzy paint roller things, put it on there. And then if you get it the right consistency, it ends up being kind of that orange peelish look on the wall.
And then you painted over that.
Yeah, then I primered and then painted. So
why did you want to do a textured wall?
Well, just to match the rest of the wall, because the rest of the room was already textured, and I kept buying these spray cans that would supposedly do the texturing for you, and they constantly just not work. So I eventually gave up and thought, all right, YouTube, just don't fail me.
And then you could use the drywall to make it.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. I mean,
it was
probably how it came about in the first time someone did that was probably, well, I've got leftover of this thing, let's use it right.
Probably, yeah.
Wait, so let's look at your bathroom. So you changed the tub, you changed the walls.
Yes, and we changed, okay, so I don't know if you could see all this behind me, but so we redid we really just bought a complete vanity set because, I don't know, it just was the most efficient way to do it, and I really liked this one. And then, I don't know, not much else really got changed. The shower.
I want to talk about that area because, is it in my memory? Can you go back to the vanity?
Sure.
Was it always 2 sinks, or did it used to be 1 sink?
It was two sinks, but it was super short. Like the two sinks were really close together because the tub was so big. The tub came out to like here.
Oh, wow.
And then there was just two little tiny sinks and even less storage than there is now.
Yeah.
So we made the counter much larger, better storage, and then a smaller tub, although it's still really a good size.
And then you changed the mirror, didn't you?
Yes.
You put
and the lighting.
Yourself.
Huh?
You did that yourself because it used to be just one small mirror and you just the whole thing.
Right. And, you know, as every project you do, you get into it and you go, uh-oh, I didn't think about this, where the lighting was centered over the old mirror and worked for that. Now we had lighting that was really weirdly spaced for the new countertop. So we had to come up with something that would hit both holes from the old electric. And then, so we just came up with a old-fashioned bar light.
It looks amazing. It looks so sleek and beautiful and contemporary. And then I hear that you made your own bathroom, what you have over, if you go to the tub. Didn't you make your own table?
Oh, no.
So someone in the Handy Women group just made their own.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so neat.
Yeah. And so you were going to tell us about something else in the bathroom that you changed, I think.
No, that was really, well, we did, okay, so we hired someone to do the tiling. I have not, I don't know if we can see this here. It's just, it's like a wood look tile.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I really liked that. And because I'm a perfectionist and I've never tiled before, I was just a little nervous about doing that myself. So we did hire someone to do that. But otherwise we did everything. Getting the old tub out, I didn't really think that part through when I was planning it, and it was monstrous. And we have an L-shaped stairway because this is upstairs, so we have this L-shaped stairway and this 300-pound tub that we're trying to get out of here.
Wait, so how did you do it? Did you do it just the two of you? Did you have like...
It was, well, at first we thought, okay, we can do this, and then we realized, no, we cannot do this. So I told my brother-in-law and my nephew that we'd take them out to dinner if they'd come help us with this. So my husband and my son and those two guys muscled this thing out of the bathroom and down the stairs. And there was blood on the wall. I mean, it was so bad. I felt so sorry for them.
Oh my gosh, they deserve their dinner. They had to work for it.
Yeah. Although they did claim that it was, you know, I said, well, how heavy do you think that thing is? They're like, oh, it's at least 500 or 600 pounds, you know, and I'm like, wow. So I ended up taking the tub to the recycling center where they weigh it. And the guy's like, yeah, it's really not even 300 pounds.
Whoa, well, we won't tell them. We won't.
I know. Yeah, I was still appreciative.
Oh, it's like 1,000 pounds. As the years are going to go by, they're going to increase the weight of this thing. It's going to become like legend.
Right, like the fish that was, you know, monstrous.
Like the fish. The tub is just like the fish. Now, did you change the toilet? Because that toilet looks pretty good as well.
Yeah, I think we did in here. Yeah, because everything was, so all the bathrooms in this house had fixtures that were all different colors. It was very strange, you know, so maybe they had replaced, I don't know. So most of the toilets in the house were kind of an almond color, which you didn't notice was almond until you made everything else white. And then it really was obvious. So we ended up replacing that too.
Because I hear that it's really hard to move a toilet, to discard a toilet too.
Well, right. So Marketplace is a beautiful thing. It's amazing what you can get rid of.
Wait, so you hired someone to get rid of the toilet?
No, somebody paid us for it.
You sold your old toilet on Marketplace and that person came to get it?
Yes, exactly. I'm like, who would buy a toilet? But like a used toilet.
I love this. That's so good. And then did you do anything to the shower I see on the side?
No, you know, the shower was the one thing that had already been done when we moved in, thankfully, because that's just, the people who were here before us redid the kitchen and at the same time did this shower. So at least we were starting from something good there.
I love it. And then you painted all the walls yourself as well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But that's just, you're used to painting.
Yes, I paint all the time.
You can mention it. It's like, oh yeah, that's just that little thing I do.
Yeah, I love, I don't know, it's very peaceful for me, painting and, you know, cutting in, doing all the edges. I enjoy it.
It looks spectacular.
Thanks.
Great job.
Thank you.
Showing me around. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful renovation. I have one last question about that tub though, because
Yeah.
when I see a tub that doesn't go to the edge of the wall in the back, it always makes me nervous. I'm always afraid somehow that my inner 3-year-old is going to come out and splash water all over. Nervous to have like edges that I couldn't easily get to clean. Is that an issue or is that just me?
Well, I will show you. There's actually quite a bit of space back here, so I can easily reach an arm down in there to clean if I feel like it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I would imagine if I still had little kids, I might hesitate to let them take a bath in here just because there isn't that surround that keeps the wall from being damaged if it gets wet. Yeah.
At least you need less caulking, I guess. Because for me, in my bathroom, there's a lot of caulking because like every year pretty much is new caulking because there's so much water goes there.
Right.
So it's a trade-in, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, if it's your primary bathroom, then and it's mainly adults using it, then I don't worry about it.
Then it's good. All right, good to know. I'll file that away. I am not 3 years old. I am not 3 years old.
You can take a calm bath.
Well, thank you so much. Beautifully done. Thanks for sharing, Rhonda.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.